Welcome back to another week of Stocks in Review for the upcoming week. In this edition, I provide you with a 2-month scorecard of how accurate my suggestions were for the last 2 months. That information will follow after this week's suggestions, but I'd like to start off with my economic summary for the week. This was a shortened trading week, but never a dull moment. This week, President Trump kept a campaign promise and officially withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement. It's interesting that the mainstream media neglected to mention that under the agreement, the U.S. would have to provide funds under certain circumstances to countries, even countries as substantial as China, an economy that we have substantial trade imbalances with. North Korea continues to push its luck. Last week, another missile went too close for comfort, landing near Japan's economic zone. We had another great employment report this Thursday morning. For the month of May, 253,000 private sector jobs were added. The auto report was not quite so positive. In general, there's less demand for new cars and buyers continue to struggle who are looking for homes in the market. Right now, we're at historic low supplies. This morning, unemployment dropped again to a 16-year low, now just 4.3%. On watch this week, I have Aurinia Pharmaceuticals. There was some very bullish activity today. The charts show some accumulating going on, and they're participating in 2 medical presentations in Madrid. The first is this Sunday, and the second is Friday, June 16th. Anyone who's been watching this stock for the last 6 months or more know that the CEO is quite the savvy guy. Maybe we'll get those Merck numbers, or maybe we'll hear about a partnership. You just never know. Talking about a partnership, Sprint and T-Mobile are both on watch again this week because there's revived discussions about their potential merger, and Sprint stock today alone was up 4%, with very heavy volume noted. Unless something adverse comes out over the weekend, they should pop nicely on Monday. The first stock I'm reviewing is Dynavax Technologies, ticker symbol DVAX. This is a clinical stage immunotherapy firm that focuses on some cancer drugs and a vaccine to prevent hepatitis B. There's been some bullish activity with this stock and heavy after-hours trading. I'd watch this one next week, especially since it's still at an affordable price. There's real promise for their hepatitis B vaccine. Next, we have Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. There was a nice jump today, and I think because of that, there could be some profit taking early next week. Therefore, I recommend watching for a good entry point. I'm usually fond of stocks that hit all-time highs, as is the case with Netflix. I think low 170s is a real likelihood by late this coming week or definitely by the end of the month. A possible catalyst could be positive information that comes out of its California annual shareholders meeting next Tuesday, just an FYI. Based on some of the technicals I've reviewed, I'm not long on Netflix. Next we have Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT, another 52-week high stock that's on my radar. I like the management here, and they continue to innovate. They have a solid cloud services platform, and they just announced an innovative database migration service, which can transfer data from on-premises infrastructure to their cloud. They also continue to innovate in the Android world. I'm concluding with TG Therapeutics, ticker symbol TGTX. I did great on this today. I bought at $12.61 on the second dip of the morning, which by the way is one of my all-time go-to rules when buying stocks. I sold it 5 hours later for $13.75 a share. I think that there's still some more upside to this next week, especially since they're presenting at the American Society of Clinical Oncology tomorrow as well as Monday. In addition, there was a general favorable post by the director of the FDA's Oncology Center of Excellence about the use of surrogate endpoints for measuring clinical benefits. But be sure to not get greedy with this one, or you might be holding a bag for a while. Thank you so much for watching. If you found the information helpful, we'd really appreciate if you could like this video and click subscribe.